Can I ask you a question? How do you feel when you say no to something that you want to say no to, but you know the other person wants you to say yes to it? Most of us feel guilty, we feel awkward, and a lot of times we end up saying yes even though we want to say no. Think about what that does to us, and think about how often we do that. We do it with our time, trying to start a side business. You know you need to spend time when your friend wants you to come over and watch Yellowstone and get super hammered, right? You don't want to really. You could still have fun, but you don't want to really, but you do it anyways. You really know that you need to go to the gym. Your goal is 9 a.m. You go to the gym Monday through Friday, but your friend says this, or something happens with your boss and your boss is like, can you come an hour early? Whatever it is, right? I want you to genuinely ask yourself, do you say no enough? Only you know the answer to that. I'm not trying to make this another video where you stumble across and it's another silly little video. I want this video to change your life. Otherwise, I wasted my time by coming out. Then I really look like a fool. I'm out here in the desert. We woke up early. Man, then I really wasted my damn time. Do you say no enough? If not, what do you need to say no to? I mean, it doesn't need this big thing where you flip people off and you're like, no, no, man, no, no. You just go, hey, I can't do that. Really would like to. Maybe next week on Friday, I've got some free time, but I can't. No. No, 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 no. What do you need to say no to? In this video, I'm gonna break that down in a little bit more detail. I'm gonna help you find the courage to say no to the things you know you need to say no to. I'm gonna tell you some ways for how to do it so that it doesn't create more problems for you. And I'm gonna show you what's possible for your life if you do say no. I guarantee you, you could make double the amount of money if you said no twice as much. You probably wouldn't even end up working that much more. I guarantee you that you could be way healthier. I guarantee you, you could find your soulmate if you started saying no to the half-assed relationships. I guarantee it. That was what happened to me. No's been the most powerful word I've ever learned. It helped me become a multimillionaire in my 20s. It helped me attract my soulmate in my 20s. It helped me build a family that I'm proud of in my 20s. I have my dream home. I've lived all over the world. And it's all from saying no. And I was a college dropout. So think about what you could do. Imagine what your life will look like. So my name's Jake with JakeDucey.com. Hit the like button on this video. Don't say no, hit the like button. That's one thing you have to say yes for right now. And then right there down below is my free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com right there down below. I know I'm just joking, kind of having some fun here, but let's dive into a serious subject now. All right, so after my little crazy intro, I hope you've at least thought of one big thing. And I want to just break this down a little bit, right? So let's start with relationships. How can you attract your soulmate if you keep saying yes to the relationships that you don't want to be in, or you're in one that's pretty good, but you know it's not great, and you know you guys aren't right for each other and it's never going to be really what you want it to be, but you don't want to be alone, so it's better than being alone, so you stay in it. What message are you sending to yourself, first of all? How are you valuing yourself in this moment? Not as high as you should be, not as high as you could be. So what message are you sending to the universe? What message are you sending to your subconscious mind? What beliefs are you forming that were already formed that now you're just solidifying and calcifying into the neurological structure of your brain? What are you saying? Soulmate isn't out there, I can't do better. That's what you're saying. I'm not worth anymore. You don't realize you're saying it, but that's what you're saying. Well, how much longer can you keep saying yes in an abusive relationship? And it might not be a romantic abusive relationship. It might be an abusive relationship with a family member, and it may not be physically abusive. It might be an abusive relationship with your boss, somebody you work with that, oh my goodness, they're the worst, but you just keep staying. Now, think about how much the quality of your relationships would improve. Now, let's look at some other things. Saying no to people that really aren't in our highest and best interest. Well, I've been friends with them forever. Not anymore. You don't have to be mean about it. My life changed when I quit hanging out with people that weren't going to where I wanted to go. It was a little turbulent at first. My life changed when I quit saying no to anything free for my free gigs unless it was something I felt like donating my time to. I went from speaking all over the place. I would always do them for free. We don't have any money, but we have a shoe. You want one shoe? We have one. It's an old shoe. You could have it. Sure, I love old shoes. And I would just say yes to everything. And at some points in my career, it was important, but then there was another point in my career where I began to look at myself as someone who couldn't make a lot of money. So what did I have to do? I had to act like someone who could make it. What do people that make a lot of money? They say no to a lot of things because they don't need it. Look, here are my terms. If you want to work with me, these are it. If not, no worries at all. I appreciate you reaching out. All of a sudden, I went from a little baby to someone that realized they had a level of worth. So what types of people did I attract? People that match that. Tony Robbins always quotes an old saying. He says that life will pay whatever you ask of it. Life gave me a penny, or life gives you what you want. So here's a couple powerful things you could start to do. Number one, don't go as often and don't stay as long. You might have some old friends, family members, people you see every single Friday, you've known them forever, but they're not going to where you really want. They're not that positive. They may not be super toxic, but they're just stagnant. You're growing or you're dying. Everything is energy. Energy is never created or destroyed. It's always transferring to new states. So is your energy creating or disintegrating? It can only do one of the other. Energy is never created or destroyed, so your life is following the same trajectory. So don't go as often and don't stay as long. Number two, find the courage to say no. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's when you feel uncomfortable and you say it anyway. You could say it in a nice, respectful, kind way. It'll help you work on your communication skills to start to express your emotions more authentically. But find the courage to say no. And I want you to, number three, pick something right now in your life that you keep saying yes to that you want to say no. You know you should say no. You've been saying yes to it though. I want you to actually pick one and comment it right there down below. You may not want to comment it down below for some privacy or whatever, but if you have a burner account, you could even change your burner account. You could say, Jake Ducey sucks 1486 at Gmail, and then comment down below one thing you want to start saying no to. The reason I want you to do this is because I don't want you to just hear this video and then move on and say, that was pretty interesting, but you forget about it by the end of the day, and then another video pops up. First, I want you to leave with something in this video. I want that to honor your time. So comment down below or think of one thing that you are ready to start saying no to. So let me leave you with this. How can you be the best version of yourself? How can you help your family, your friends, your community, your world? How could you help them if you aren't even helping yourself? Saying no is one of the most important decisions you'll ever start to put into your life. When you do it, your life will change immeasurably. You may have some time when you feel alone. Maybe a couple old friends, you don't see them as often anymore and you always spent time with them. That's great, that's what you want. Because when you think you're alone, you're really in the greatest company because you're starting to find your true self. When we don't know ourselves or honor ourselves, we need to surround ourselves with other people, especially other people that don't know and honor themselves either, because birds of a feather flock together. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button on this video. Right there down below is my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind. So when I started spending more time alone for a while, when I went from dropping out of college, I decided I'm traveling around the world, write this whole book. All my friends thought I was insane. One of my best friends that I still have from, I only have like one friend from high school because they all thought I was insane. And he told me that everyone was saying I went insane and Ducey went crazy. And I thought, good news, means I'm making progress. But I started spending my time hypnotizing myself. Because they all said, there's no way you're gonna be a successful author. What are you gonna, you're gonna make philosopher videos on YouTube? Let's just drink beers and crack them on our forehead. And so I realized I needed to start brainwashing myself. I always say, brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you. If you like that, comment it down below. Brainwash yourself before the world brainwashes you. Because everybody's brainwashed. It's just a matter of you're programmed for what you want or what you don't want. So I started hypnotizing myself. It's right there down below, it's free. I give it away for free because I wanna make sure this isn't just another channel where you watch someone's videos and they're kind of cool and they're kind of motivating and you kind of like them, and even if you listen to them every day, I wanna make sure that you actually have, your brain changes, your mind changes, your life changes. You see it reflect in your bank account, you see it reflect in new synchronicities, you feel it. And that's why I give this away. It's jakeshypnosis.com right there down below. It's pinned to the comments in the description. Hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed it. Send it out in the YouTube universe. Share it with a friend that needs to start saying no to something. Think of that one thing to say no to, and give me a comment down below. We'll see you next time.